Hello and welcome back to the Apex Gauntlet. I'm Ross Merriam and I am here with Todd Anderson. Say hi, Todd.
I'm Tandy. Let's get that right. We're rebranding. What are we doing today, Ross?
We are running some of our favorite decks in Pioneer and Modern through a gauntlet to see how they stack up against those formats' best decks. So far, so good for the test deck. If you missed our first segment, Todd ran his 8PZ Pioneer deck through Rakdos, Mono Green, and Mono White Humans with ease.
Well, the mono green matchup was a little hard, and I think that it was indicative of how the games play out. If I fall behind, I just get slaughtered.
Yeah.
But if I get a foothold in the game, if I kill an elf on turn one, a lot of times I have enough time to catch back up.
Yeah, but still got all three match wins, so clean sweep there. Now it is my turn to play some Modern. I'm going to be testing out Aspiring Spike's latest brew that he's been crushing with it all week.
I've been loving it
his
too.
stream. Yeah, the deck looks really cool. This is a Gruul Food deck taking advantage of a newly printed card, Sarenth Steelkeeper. Is that the name?
Close enough.
Yeah.
Steelkeeper is one of those cards that the first time you see it on paper, you're like, "Oh, that could be interesting."
Seeker, there we go.
But we've seen cards like that in the past, right? Like things that kind of churn when you play artifacts or whatever. But this one is unique in that it puts the card into the graveyard if you don't hit on the land. And when you're doing food stuff, you just get that trigger every turn, and it helps you dig for specific singletons or just like answers to things, but mainly it helps you find Oval Chase Daredevil and Feasting Troll King, which are bananas.
Yeah, a lot of the engine cards for the Asmo food decks play out of the graveyard, so Steel Seeker really helps you dig to set up the engine really consistently, as well as generating card advantage, finding you more land drops. And then you've got, Ren and 6, Fable the Mirror Breaker, a lot of powerful cards.
Classic good stuff.
Yeah, to round out the deck, and it looks really powerful. We've got, the current
42
record.
and 10. Spike is 42 and 10 with this deck.
Yeah, so just like 82% or so in a 50-plus match sample size. So, yeah, looking pretty good. I'll see if I can replicate that here. Going to be starting out against Izzet Murktide, which right now I think is the most popular deck in the format since the Yorion ban has perked back up. I think the 4-color decks were one of its major predators. So without that, it has become very popular again. It's always been around, but now solidly back into tier 1 and doing really good things.
Yeah. It's going to be, I think, a tough matchup for Ross because I have a lot of interaction. But if he beats me, I think that will be a shining example of why this deck is good. Because even when you're like somewhat disadvantaged as far as like archetype is concerned, being able to fight through it and overpower it, I think will be a huge testament to the strength of it.
Well, my opening hand is great. I will keep it.
Ooh, I don't have a red source. I'm gonna maybe mulligan. I'm gonna draw. Are we rolling dice again? See who goes first.
Oh yeah,
okay.
You should do that.
If I'm on the play, I think I keep, but on the draw, I think I have to mulligan. I'm doing poker hand.
Oh yeah.
What if I roll 6 dice?
Paraforce.
Not too hard to beat.
2 pair again.
Nice. Yeah. Pretty good at 2 pair. All right, I will keep, but I don't love it.
I'll keep.
Go.
I'll fetch down to 17. Get a stopping ground. 2 minutes. Play a Gilded Goose.
Honk.
Soft food.
All right, I'm gonna go to 17. I'm gonna play Ledger Shredder, and Mishra's Bobble and Trigger Connive. Didn't have the red source until this turn, but drawing it makes the next couple turns much easier. The Connive and the Ledger Shredder, and then cycling the Bobble also helps push me towards Delirium and filling up my graveyard for stuff. Draw a card. Yep. I'm going to discard a Ragavan. I don't think that it's going to do very much in this game, especially considering... Alright, I'm going to look at your top card. Okie dokie. Alright, draw a card. You're good.
Oh, that was exactly the card I wanted.
Yeah. Classic. So now we saw the Asmo on top, so now he can like play something that discards, play Asmo, use Goose and the food to play like a cookbook, and then blow up the Ledger Shredder. If he has Daredevil in hand too, then it's just like everything's coming together. And there's really nothing I can do about it. Like I don't have counterspell.
Yeah. Okay, I'll play Urza Saga and we'll get a counter. I will play Springleaf Drum.
Okay.
I will make a mana and play Cookbook, Trigger Connive.
Draw. And discard a DRC.
Yeah. I will discard a Boseiju to make another food. Then I'll play Asmo, get another Cookbook, and then I'll kill the Shredder. So, no food. You're up.
All right. Let's go. Bolt the Asmo, and then I'll play a Murktide Regent. Let's see. What do we want to leave? Maybe the Bauble as a unique creature type. We're only going to get one counter on the Murktide, which is a bummer, but we have to do it. Our mana's usage is too important. Now, without the Asmo, the Cookbook not nearly as threatening, but another Asmo could be brutal if he peels it. The Cookbook plus the Daredevil is sometimes just hard to grind through because of all the life you gain. Yeah, I know, Dexagos. It's been really good. I'm very excited to try the deck. I'm going to be playing some Modern on stream this week, or next week, rather. And I think it could be great.
Interesting. Could try to get this going to dig, but I don't have a lot of ways to feed it. I could just make some constructs here, which are reasonably big. I make 2 constructs, tutor with the Saga. They're 5/5s, and I know I've got another Cookbook in hand. That's 2 6/6s.
I think Sagaing is very good here.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a tap Stomping Ground and just pass the turn.
Right, draw.
Yeah, plus I've got the cookbooks that can make more food with other cards if I need to. So like even if Todd has a bolt for this first construct, I can just use cookbook in response. Go to 13.
I'll say go.
End step, make a construct. Do you have any actual constructs?
Probably not.
Okay. Well, this is gonna get a little awkward.
You can just put dice on it, right? Just that's how many constructs you got.
Yep.
All right, so currently it's a 3/3.
3/3. Yeah.
Okay.
Go to my turn.
Yeah, even if I tried to kill the construct, he could just discard a card with cookbook, and I don't think that's worth a trade.
So this goes to 3. It's make another construct. Search.
So I played Murktide and FNM last night, and this feels very similar to my experience playing against hardened scales. You have a lot of permanents that are not creatures, and it's very difficult for me to interact with those cards. And so, like, once my bolt becomes obsolete against a 4/4, there's just like nothing I can do, right? Like, I just don't really have ways to interact. I guess still, this is actually during your main phase, right? So,
yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't really do anything. Right.
Okay, so now I've got some 5/5s.
All right, we got some constructs right next to you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yep. They're heavy.
They're nice.
Are they bigger than most constructs? Okay. I guess I will play another cookbook.
Okay.
Shadow Spear really the only thing I can get at this point, except for more cookbooks. And
Oh wait, no, I'm gonna spell your set. Sorry, I was distracted.
I guess I should do it this way with the construct that can attack, because this could okay. So I could potentially make a food and have a mana here. But I will attack for what, 5?
Okay, I'm at 12.
And pass the turn.
All right, I'm gonna bolt you.
I go to 10. Am I gonna die? You need bread source and the other 2 bolts. I guess another Murktide maybe, but you're pretty. I guess you're only 1 mana away from casting that. 6.
Bobble you. Bolt you.
3.
Gets 3 counters.
Why didn't you just kill me?
How do I kill you? I've used all my stuff and targeted you. Oh, I forgot.
I'm sorry. You literally had it.
I'm sorry. I forgot this gets grown when you delve again. So yeah, we'll delve again.
I do have a blocker.
Oh,
so you actually have to bolt this, and then you're short.
That's fine. I can maybe race you in the air. That's fine. Okay, so I'll bolt the goose. I'll play this. This is gonna grow by 3.
So I was at 10.
And then this is gonna be 3 counters.
Oh. Why are these different numbers? Oh. So
so
now your bolt here. Yeah, that gets 3. So this goes up to 7. So I go to 3.
Yeah. So I had to bolt the goose so that we get in the chunk of damage. Right. Now you get to gain a ton of life, but I can try to raise
and stuff. I'll make a food. Is that gonna do it? Thing's a 6/6, and you're at 12. So this would make a second food. Discard of this. Play Asmo, get another cookbook, then make a third food, sack 2 of them, go to here, and I have another cookbook in play. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's exactly 12.
Well played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always just forget about the Murktide static ability. Like, it comes up against, like, Relic of Virginitas and stuff, but the second delve should always grow the first one.
There was a bobble trigger. Todd was tapped out and dying, so...
let's see, Cavalcade of Errors.
Yeah.
Sorry. Look, let's just do bobble trigger missed. 1. Let's get a counter on the screen. How bad can Tandy play Murktide? That's the question.
I hope everyone was able to follow there. I just didn't want to have to search for another cookbook. But
that's fine.
Had exactly 12 by discarding one of the cards in my hand to the first cookbook, playing Asmo, getting a second one, playing that, discarding another food, using 2 of them to clear away the exactly 6/6 untapped Murktide, left me with exactly 6 artifacts afterwards, which then attacks for 12 of the 2 constructs. Mm-hmm. But had that been short, then I would have just equipped the Shadow Spear and
gained a bunch of life. And I have to maybe chump block still to not be dead.
Yeah, and I still could have played the Asmo. I just wouldn't have played the other because of the drum.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have played the other cookbook. So I still get to kill the 6/6 and attack.
Yeah. Yo, Dexagos, thanks for the tier 1 sub. 5, 6, 7. All right. This is a hand I can very easily keep. What do I put back? I guess is it just Archmage's Charm? That card feels so good in this matchup. To steal your Asmo. It's a tough choice. All right. Put this back.
I will also be mulliganing.
Okay.
No colored sources in that hand. AKA awkward.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Like the one downside of playing Urza Saga.
Yeah.
You just kind of think of it as mostly a spell.
Dexago says, about time I sub. Yes, thank you. Yeah, if you have a Prime sub lying around, every little bit helps keep the stream going. Helps, the people up here at Apex, pay me and Ross real money to come and commentate and play the Gauntlet and put on a show for y'all. We also post all of our stuff to YouTube, so make sure to check out the YouTube channel, !YouTube in chat. We just finished our Pioneer Gauntlet, and all those games are going to be on YouTube in the next couple days, probably. Gonna work my man Terran to death.
Actually, I think I discard or I put back this one.
All right, here you go. Sex a lot worse when you don't have Turn 1 Ragavan.
I'll fetch for a basic forest and play a goose.
All right, I'll go to 17 and bolt the goose.
Yep.
That would be a pretty good command Dexagos probably to do, just to explain the Gauntlet. But long story short, Ross is just going to be playing this green-red Asmo food deck through the Gauntlet of 3 modern killers. First up, Murktide. Then we're going to be doing... What's second deck? I forgot.
Scam.
Scam. Rakdos Scam. We'll see how that goes. And then our third match is going to be against Hammer Time. So.
We got a problem.
What?
They didn't put forest in my deck.
Okay, just pretend you have a forest. The deck does have a forest, right?
It has 2, which is...
so we're just missing 2 forests. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll proxy those real quick, but...
These Orvars are forests.
Okay, we'll get that fixed in a minute. Our director's
No wonder I had to mulligan a hand with no colored sources.
It happens from time to time.
But yeah, this got bolted.
Yep.
On your turn.
Drop.
Everything's going to be okay.
Ledgerman, Bobble Connive, just discard Misty, and then I'll just take a peek at your top card, and then draw during your upkeep. Okay, that's a really good one.
Yeah, that one's going to get cast. I'll go to 17 for Stomping Ground, Finale for an Asmo, and then get a Cookbook and pass the turn.
You guys want to go again?
All right.
Got another bolt for me?
No, I'm just gonna steal your Asmo. Give me a 3/3. I'll go to 14. Your turn. Darren, did we not grab Forest? Oh, he's grabbing. Okay. We got someone bringing him.
Okay. Play Saga, Chapter, play Cookbook, pitch a Troll King.
No!
Get a food. Play an Asmo. You get to connive on the Asmo.
Yeah.
So we got a forest now. This is in my deck. Get another Cookbook with the Asmo. Let me get this other Orvar out. Now everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay, chat.
Yeah.
We're gonna live. So we discarded another Shredder. Now I have...
Emma says, Orvar is that good of a changeling. It can even be a forest.
This is an interesting spot where I could play this Cookbook and pitch a card to get back Troll King, or I could just start dealing with Todd's threats.
Yeah.
And with Todd on 2 cards, I think I'd rather just deal with his stuff.
Yeah, I like it. 7/6 is cool and all, but I can just like maybe kill your Asmo, and then the Ledger Shredder can just bury you. Maybe.
Yeah. I'm still gonna play the Cookbook.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just gonna deal with the Shredder, and I'll pass the turn.
All right.
I've got the Saga to create threats. I don't need the Troll King.
Hold there.
Yep.
Attack for 3.
So
2 and 3.
I'm at 14.
Okay.
Did the Shredder attack at all?
For 1, I think.
1.
Yeah.
For 1.
The first connive was a land.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've taken 3 from my lands.
I'm gonna
That's
main
finished.
phase this. Consider looking for. Oh, there we go. So I wanted. There we go. Now I just need to find a way to bounce this Saga token, and we'll be in business. I love Archmage's Charm. I love it. It is so cool and versatile. It's like the perfect modal spell.
Play tap Stomping Ground and pass.
All right, so you can make it a 4/4 or 5/5.
Yeah.
So let's play Consider.
Sure. Do we have Merriam over here? I assume we do. Land, creature, artifact, instant. Yeah.
Bang the drum.
I'll make a food just in case you drew bolt and make a construct.
Okay. After you make it, I'll heat it.
Yep. I take 5, go to 8.
Yep. I'll get a treasure token. Sure, we got one somewhere.
You want to play Goose?
Oh, no, I got way bigger plans. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go.
You kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
I literally needed Todd's hand not to be Unholy Heat Murktide region.
Well, it was just Murktide Regent, and then we found Unholy Heat off the Consider. The extra mana from Ragavan just absolutely nuts.
Yeah,
there.
needed to hit the Ragavan off the first Consider too.
Yep.
Now I'm just dead.
Yeah.
I had another Asmo that was going to deal with 1 threat and then have a big construct and a Shadow Spear. But now I just don't have enough time. I can't deal with the Murktide.
Yeah.
Um,
Incredible turn. Use every mana, interacted, made a 7/7 flyer. One of the reasons why Murktide is just so powerful. It's just 2 mana, huge flyer, completes a lot of your sequences nicely with interactive 1 mana pieces.
yeah, I just don't think there's anything I can do here.
Yeah, well, if you can't kill Murktide, you're dead. And if you... Let's see.
I guess I'm gonna need to sack a food for life. I guess that's the plan. Which means I don't think I can make a construct. So,
yeah, so you
let's
just float
and get probably drum. What's my drum? My draw step was horrible. I guess Shadow Spear even good.
Todd and Asmo? Yeah, it's been great. Hot Girl says, Todd convinced me not to play Gruul Boats and Pioneer. Thank you. You're welcome. I think Gruul Boats was pretty good for like 2 weeks whenever Rakdos was everywhere, but it got a lot worse. It's not that good against mono green, which is a problem. And I actually don't think the Akronor main deck is even that good anymore. And that was like a major draw for me for a little while.
Yeah, no, I actually do. I need to make a construct and get drum, I guess. And then hope to draw Shadow Spear.
Okay.
So, get a drum, make a construct, because now I have enough mana to sack this 1 food that I have. So I'm not playing the finale here.
So you're gonna go to 11. It's gonna hit you for 8.
I'm gonna
and then you eat this.
Yeah,
but then
take
you
2.
take 2. So I have to draw 1 thing.
Yep.
Okay, I go.
Yep.
Whenever your opponent has to eat a food token, that's usually good news for you. Alright, so I think it's worth just because I get the trigger off the rock event, so I might find something to do, and I get to deal some damage.
Probably find Ren and 6 to kill me.
Oh, yeah. The perfect.
Yeah, I'll block Asmo, sack the food, go to 1.
Yep, and I'll trigger, I'll do a treasure.
Get over in Catacombs.
Alright. You're good.
Make a food.
Mm-hmm. When Ross said he had the worst drop possible, he meant the best drop possible. It was Beast and Troll King. He's so
Now, this can get an Asmo, but I can only get up to 3 food.
Yep.
Because I have 2 cards in hand. Yeah, so the mulligan really, if I just had one other random card in my hand.
Or if you ever found a Daredevil or the Steel Shaper, that's a big deal. Like not having either of your engine pieces, just makes your cookbook stuff a lot worse.
I do have a mutt. So if I can find a Daredevil here off this mutt, so let's unearth here.
Yep.
Pitch Saga. That's another cookbook, which doesn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now it's finale, get up to 2 cards in hand, still only 3 food.
Yep.
Yeah.
Close one. Here's your guy back. Put it in my graveyard, lol. Alright, well, that's 2 pre-board games, but we're not going to go anywhere.
Could have also found a goose, I guess. Just a block for a turn.
Yeah.
And then
Mutt's a cool card, man.
And then have an extra food. Yeah, so I needed to find goose or Daredevil.
All right, so we're gonna go to sideboarding here. I'm gonna bring in some things that are good against Saga, and that's about it, really. I can handle most of the other stuff. We don't really have graveyard interaction. I don't think Subtlety or Jace is where we want to be. Mystical Dispute's bad. Fluster Storm's bad. Fury is maybe okay because you have Goose, but I think it doesn't do enough. We'll see if I have a bunch of cards I want to get out. All right.
I'm not big on like overloading on graveyard hate in this matchup, but both of these cards come at a very low opportunity cost. Endurance is also a body that can check Ragavan or DRC or even Shredder in the air, and then Soul Guide Lantern. If I don't need to deal with Todd's graveyard, I can at least just draw a card with it. I'm guessing Mutt is the most expendable card in the main deck. And I haven't been a big fan of Troll King because I feel like I'm being more defensive in this matchup. So I think I can cut a Troll King. Oh, there's 4 months. I thought there was 3. Maybe I just...
I think we went up to 4 from previous build.
I don't think I can cut too many mutts just because you might need them to cast an Asmo. So maybe I just cut 2 mutt and 2 Troll King. It's also possible that I can cut a Steel Seeker. But not having Steel Seeker or Oval Chase has been actually really rough in both games. But I think I'm going to try this.
All right. Spell Pierce, I think it has some targets, but they all cost 1. And if the game goes to like turn 4, it becomes a really bad top deck. So we're going to trim it. The Ledger Shredders look pretty embarrassing. I haven't actually been a huge fan of Ledger Shredder in Modern in general. I think it really shines in Pioneer specifically because of Treasure Cruise. And my experience playing with Shredder in this format, I'm almost always discarding a land. And I just don't think that that's that great because you're not growing it. I'm just like trying to prevent flooding. Discarding threats is the other thing you can do. But I like all my bolts, but I might trim 1 just so I can get this 6 card in here. I don't really know what else to cut. Consider doesn't seem like a cut. Unholy Heat, Bobble, both important. Counterspell is pretty decent. I don't know. What do you think? What's like? I just can't think of another card to cut other than a bolt. But I feel like I need it against Asmo.
Well, I don't have a ton of creatures to kill. It's just Asmo and
I guess Steel Shaper too. So
I guess Asmo, Goose, Steel Shaper. Yeah, it's probably enough.
all right. I'm just gonna go down on threats a little bit. I'm gonna cut a DRC.
I would cut Archmage's Charm. I think another card that's like just really slow.
Yeah, but I think being able to steal something is huge. Like if I don't have that many ways to interact with your artifacts, and if I can just steal something at some point, I think that it's good enough. Like it costs 3, but it was the only reason I won that game. Stealing your Asmo gave me a body also. Steel Seekers kill on sight. Absolutely laugh. Absolutely.
Yeah, very impressive. Hopefully I can do some things with it.
Yep. All right. Hopefully you draw it. I haven't drawn it yet.
I drew in game 1. I just never had an opportunity to play it.
Yeah.
Didn't need it.
Saga kind of bottlenecks your plays from time to time. All right. My hand's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll keep this, I guess.
All right.
I'll get a Stomping Ground and play a Gilded Goose. 17.
Right. Gotcha. I am the biggest Spirebuff Canal fanboy. I don't know anyone in the world who likes that card as much as me.
Pretty big fan myself.
Yeah.
Probably not at your level.
Well, I actually said I had back when Splinter Twin was legal in Modern, before Spirebluff Canal was even printed, I was just so confident, and whenever I'd play Splinter Twin, that I said one time in like an article that if they ever give me the red blue Seachrome Coast, it's over. The game is over.
Right, I'm gonna use my food and my goose to cast this finale, get an Asmo, get a cookbook, and then I'll play the cookbook and pass the turn.
Yep. I'll draw for turn. I'll bolt your Asmo. I'll attack.
I'm at 15.
I'm gonna get a treasure. Top card of your deck. If it's like a goose, I'll play it. Soul Guide Lantern. Holy crap. What are the chances I just draw land next turn naturally? I don't know that it's that high. And Soul Guide Lantern just being able to stop some stuff. It's actually kind of hard to stop some stuff. I'll just say go. I'll just keep my mana.
Okay. Well, I've got the Daredevil, so thank God.
Yeah. But like you would just not do it, and then once you got a second cookbook, you could play around it easily.
Yeah, I would do it in response.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got a food now. Gonna land there. I'll make another food.
Mm-hmm.
I will play an Asmo.
Mm-hmm.
Get another cookbook, and now I have the option of making a construct using the goose for mana. Then I can't use Asmo, but you would still just need two removal spells.
Yeah.
They're both 3/3s, so you need 2 more bolts too, because Unholy Heat wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
think the value is worth it. Also, like if you used one on Asmo, I could just kill the Rogavan in response and not take the chance, but then I'm wasting mana. I guess then I could just make a food with the Goose, and that's still fine. So I think I'll just pass the turn.
Tough turn. I don't think that I can get out of this very easily.
Yeah, I'm missing your second land drop stuff.
Yeah, my hand's pretty good though, and connecting with the Rogavan gave me a mana. I'm gonna look at my top card just to make my decisions a little easier. Oh, that's interesting. Chat, don't let me forget to draw a bobble.
This deck does so many things. It's like at every turn I have so many game actions to take.
Yeah. All right. E.
Sure.
All right, go.
So no real reason for me to make a construct that the EE kills, so I'll just deal with the Rogavan and use my mana to make a food.
Use your mana to make a food.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, so while that's like that, though... No, I'll wait till after the Saga blows.
Yeah, you kind of have to. Then... draw.
Yep. Bobble.
Yep. Chapter 3, Floticollis.
All right, before it resolves, just in case of Pith and Needle, go ahead and do it. Oh yeah, Kaiser. It's so good too. I feel like I'm so behind like always when I play against this deck.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna get another cookbook, since I don't really have anything to equip with Shadow Spear.
Please tell me you have the guy. Do you have the guy? The new guy?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is about to get okay. Let's turbo. I'm very close to conceding already. So
Yeah, so I've got Colorless and Pool from the Saga. Use that to play Steel Seeker. Make a food trigger.
Yep.
Land goes to hand.
Yep. And you haven't played a land yet either,
Correct.
so you can play that.
Make a food trigger. Put that in the graveyard.
If you got you can main phase now too, right? And bring the back.
Oh, we're doing better than that.
Yeah.
Crack fetch, go to 14. Get the other basic.
I'll let you have this turn and next turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna play another Asmo, get another
Is that 3? Dang.
yeah.
Hey.
Where are you? Yep.
And bring back the troll, yeah. And get another Saren Steel Seeker trigger. What a cool deck. Dude, Spike just kind of breaks it every now and then. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Play another cookbook that triggers the Steel Seeker.
Yeah.
Put that in the graveyard.
Discard Daredevil, get another one. Do it again.
Yep. So up to 3, another Seeker trigger. I can go to the graveyard.
And
Use 1 for a mana. Play the 4th cookbook trigger. That goes to hand.
Yep.
You loot Daredevil, trigger Steel Seeker.
So
Cabin
cool.
goes to hand. And then I'll sack these to bring back a Troll King. And
This is turn 4, right?
yeah, you're up.
And I've interacted heavily. Turn 4 and I interacted heavily. Alright, I'm gonna play 2 Dragon Race Channel. You got anything to do about that? You got anything to do about that?
Sure.
Here we go.
Whoop.
Alright, I quit. You did your thing. It was cool.
Yeah. I'm only triggering it 5 times this turn. Exiling your graveyard so your things are 1/1s.
Nice.
I'm just trying to dig to Ren and 6 or Saga at this point. Those are the only cards.
Maybe I have to play
Yeah.
Fury.
At that point, I'm actually upkeeping the cookbook activations so I can Steel Seeker before I draw.
Alright,
So I was gonna find Ren and 6 and then get a Saga.
I'm gonna be bringing in the Fury. I feel like I just need as many ways to target creatures as possible. We're gonna be on the play. Hopefully, I have a turn 1 Rogavan with some interaction.
Ah, that was sweet. That was what, game 3?
Yeah, you're up 2-1.
Yeah. Almost on the board. Almost.
Well, it's all right. Unbeatable is at 8 peasy. Got you good. All right. 7 cards. I'm gonna keep mine.
That's lucky.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Almost like you got a 60 card deck. um. Yeah, I will keep this, I guess.
Would you go to time a lot with that deck? I think once you get the mechanics down, it's not that hard because you get to shortcut a lot of stuff. I think it's actually harder to play on Magic Online. Target myself. And all right, I'll keep it. I'm gonna shock and then I'll draw.
Fetch for basic forest. And I'll play a cookbook.
Go.
Oh, my forests.
Not having something like surgical or some anti-graveyard thing is a pretty big bummer in this matchup.
I've got the Daredevil, so I'm going to make a food under instead.
Oh, no. It's never good. Do you have the guy that gives a dresser food and clue? Oh, you're talking about... Oh, man. The... what's it called? Academy Manufacturer.
Yeah.
No, that is a different build, but still pretty cool. Also, that's a pretty awkward typo, just gonna say.
I'll take 2 out of 17.
Yes, sir.
And I'll play a mutt.
Mutt? Alright, that's fine.
Discard. I guess I'll make a food first and then do that.
Oh, right, because
Yeah.
then this brings it back.
Well, it's going to be back anyway. It just... If the mutt isn't going to bring the Daredevil back because it's already in play, so then I won't have it to discard to the cookbook.
Okay.
So I'll just do that first. The mutt's just going to be in the graveyard.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
Alright, just go get blue-red. Tapped.
So you're at...
I mean,
17.
Cage Tiki, it opens you a lot more to removal and sweeper effects. Also, like, you would probably want to play, like, Time Sieve or whatever. I don't think that it's necessary. I think stuff like Mutt looks bad a lot of times, but in games where you're behind, it sometimes just lets you turn dead cards into real cards. It's an artifact for Daredevil. It's got a lot of value. Alright, well. Go.
Yep.
All right, so Daredevil's in the graveyard, but I can't really do anything about it. DRC, not Delirium yet. Mutt, not too much of a problem.
Finale.
In response, I'm gonna play it dress down, just so he doesn't get another cookbook.
Yeah, you still surveil.
Want the lands? Yeah, I'll draw the lands.
I will attack for 3.
All right, he can just machine gun my DRC anyway, so I think the block here is fine. And then I'll just Unholy Heat the Asmo next turn before the food tokens do anything too devastating.
Then I will play a tap stomping ground and pass.
All right, let's go fetch.
16.
Yep. Yeah, the Time Sieve build with Manufacturer is cool. I watched Spike play that on stream the other day. But I think that build, you actually lose Ren and 6, which is a huge deal because you don't play red. Fable the Mirror Breaker, if you wanted to tell me you want to cut, Mutt, Fable, and keep Ren only, I'd probably be fine with that. Let's heat this. And then I'll play a Ragavan, and then I'll play a Murktide. We're going to get 1, only 1. That keeps happening. I hate it. I just have to exile. Anyway, 3. Oh, we got to keep 1. I'll keep Dressed On because it's the most unique.
Here's a Saga. Get a counter. Alley.
Yeah, when you play 8 Asmos, that's what's going to happen all the time.
Got a cookbook. Play the cookbook. Bring back Daredevil.
Yep.
Make 2 food.
Blow them both.
I'm just gonna blow the Murktide for now. I can leave this and and then I will play a Gilded Goose and get a 3rd food.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Draw. More iteration.
Yep.
Worst iteration I've ever seen. And exile. I don't know what Rocco is, but Finale of Devastation is excellent.
Rocco's the Naya card, right? That's like red green, basically red green white searches for Asmo.
Now
it's a 3/1.
Maybe we could play a Naya version that does all of that.
Yeah.
Like we're just red green, right? Like we're not hard casting Daredevil in this build, and we can maybe off of Goose.
Spike's always really conservative with his mana, even more than I am. The exile Spire Bluff.
Oh, actually, I did this backwards. I need to
Yeah.
exile this one,
Sure.
and then I'm gonna fetch,
Go to 15.
and then I'll eat this.
I'll kill the rock response.
Yeah, that's dead. All right, taps, steam vents, and I'm done.
So this goes to 2.
Yeah, I mean Rocco's cool. I don't know. I think Finale at 2 mana is just way too important though.
Play a Steel Seeker.
It's one of those cards like Finale just hasn't gotten reprinted. It's insane in Commander. Just kind of sucks that it's so expensive.
Make a food, trigger Steel Seeker.
Yeah. You just do all your stuff. You don't got to tell me what to do.
Seiju, do it again. I'll leave that there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll play Land Return, play Cookbook. I guess it's just going to stay there, but pass the turn.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm just making a bunch of things.
Yeah,
I've got the Ren 2 to reloop the Saga.
Yeah, just a little too much for me to beat there. So 3-1 so far.
Yeah.
Deck's looking kind of cool.
It's been really important for me to not just run out Asmo. I need to wait for you to play creatures and then make sure I can get removal because it's really my only way to remove your creatures.
Yep. And I luckily for you, I haven't drawn Counterspell in 4 games, so I just don't have an answer to your Asmo, even though you're sitting on it. We can probably get time to play one more quick one.
I'm on the board.
Yeah. Ross, 3-1.
It is almost 4. We might want to just take our break and make sure we have time for the others.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's talk about the matchup first before we do that. But Murktide region, I think this deck specifically preys on slower strategies. Decks that play a lot of 1 and 2 mana spells oftentimes can overwhelm counter spells. They get under them. That's what we call it, getting under counter spells. Because if you're able to play like 2 or 3 cards before counterspell comes online, like the counterspell sitting in my hand is countering something that they're going to play later, but I'm not interacting with the board at all. And we saw multiple times, like A, I didn't have the counterspell, and B, like you said, just sandbagging on the Asmo until I have a creature in play. I don't have any other way to win the game. Like I have to play a creature, and then once that happens, Asmo just gets a free kill most of the time. It's just so brutal.
Yeah, I agree. And not only is this deck lower curved generally, or at least equally curved, so you're not able to get under me. The engine that this deck is able to generate also goes over the top of you. So you're kind of being attacked from both sides, and you're getting pinched in that way, and it's really tough for fair decks to handle that because there's no real clear way for you to approach the matchup. Like, do I just want to be more aggressive? Do I want to be more controlling? No matter what way you do it, I'm going to be able to, pivot as well and still be effective. So what you have to do is really try to shut down the engine. You need cards like Pithing Needle on Cookbook, and you can't
anti-graveyard stuff of some kind has to be there, I think.
Yeah, but the anti-graveyard stuff that is good against Daredevil is also good against your deck.
Right.
Like you can't play Rest in Peace out of that deck if you were splashing white or something like that. But I think Needle would be the big one, but like that's just not a card you can afford to put in your sideboard.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to do it for the first match of our Modern Gauntlet, but we got 2 more matches coming your way. Next up, I'm going to be playing Rakdos Scam, and we're going to see if I can scam my way to a victory in our second match against the Red Green Asmo Food deck. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.